Hi everyone, the Gartner IT Symposium is underway right now in Orlando, and Tina Maddox is there for us here for Tech Republic, reporting back to us what's going on there, Tina. And just start with, you're obviously right there in the hotel at the conference center. Talk a little bit about, what's going on there and what's expected.
Sure. I'm here. There's about 9,000 or so IT leaders and CIOs learning everything they can about what's coming next, what to expect in their organizations, and what they can do about it. So I've been at conferences yesterday and today at the Dolphin, at the Swan, basically all the Disney hotels. And we're just trying to learn a little bit about what's going on. And so one of the big key points in the keynote yesterday, which I wrote about, was that the first message was sent out on the internet 50 years ago, but we can expect more change in the next 5 years than we've seen in the last 50. So I thought that was particularly interesting. So
yeah, kind of mind-boggling, I guess, to think about what's still to come, because we've come so far in 50 years, Tina. One of the things that you've written for us about here is the technology trends, that they've been laying out for 2020. Just highlight some of those for us, the ones that really stuck out to you.
Right. They talked about the top 10 technology trends we can expect to see in 2020. And they came up with that through Gartner research. And they talked about hyper automation and multi-experience. Let's see, what else? Human augmentation, just some of the key points. And I wrote about those as well. So they really dug into a little bit more detail and just what each one means and what to expect.
Okay, and one of the things I know, and Tina, of course, we have that full list there on Tech Republic. One of the things you also talked about in a second article about CIOs specifically, how they can succeed if they focus on what you called a blend of traditional and digital issues for their organization. So talk a little bit more about that.
Sure. They were saying that there's three key things that IT leaders need to face, and that's geopolitics, economics, and the emergence of digital giants. And digital giants are, of course, companies like Amazon and Facebook, and just the large digital companies that are really kind of taking over. But you can compete with them, and so the session really focused on how to do that. And it was really interesting, and it was standing room only. I noticed the floor was lined with people just trying to get in to learn a little bit more about that. And so one of the key words that Gartner coined was tech-quilibrium. And they said it's just learning how to pivot. You can't just go with the flow and expect it to work the way it always did. You have to learn to pivot and do that mix, like you mentioned, of traditional and digital in order to really succeed in the new environment.
All right, got to learn to pivot. Definitely something we all have to keep in mind. Well, Tina, we thank you for the information there coming from the Gartner floor, and we'll certainly have more for you on Tech Republic. And if you'd like to learn more about the symposium and the top trends for 2020, make sure you check out Tech Republic. Thanks for watching.